Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I complete the new Winter Mayhem event completely solo in Anime Reborn. First things first, please understand that you must have a developed team to do this. I'm sure there are many other methods that work here. This method seems to work for me. The star units of this run are definitely Gohan and Android 21. They make soloing this content possible. This map tends to run up to wave 14 very quickly and doesn't give you much resources to work with, so you really have to plan things out carefully and make sure you upgrade things in a particular order. So without delay, let's get into it and I'll show you guys how I do it. Okay guys, so first things first, if you see these crystal debuff, make sure you go and deactivate them as soon as possible. They will affect your units if your units are in the radius, so make sure to go turn those off, as they will severely affect your units in a bad way, which will cause a fail. So here you can see I am putting a speed cart right over in this position, and I give myself a little bit of space because I'm gonna be putting my Gohan right beside him. Here you want to put your Android 21 right in the middle of the hill. You can kind of see the range and how I'm touching a bit on all sides of the lanes there. So once again, just want to deactivate the crystals anytime they become active. And then once that's done, I'm just going to resume putting my Android 21s down. So prioritize speed cart on the second wave when you have 800 money or yen to dish out. And then after you have your speed cart down, you want to get your 3 Android 21s down. But it's also important to note that when you put your speed cart down, put your auto level on him right away. Because like I said, we only have 14 waves to basically build up our team. They go by really quickly and things happen really fast on this stage. So definitely get your speed cart down, get your auto level up on him, and start placing your Android 21s down once you have the money to do so. And then the next thing you'll want to focus on is placing your Gohan beside your speed cart. And the reason why we put the Gohan beside speed cart is because speed cart will make it cheaper to upgrade Gohan, giving us that little extra mileage and power we need for wave 14 and 15. So here I'm just waiting till, I get a little bit more money, so then I can place my Gohan down. Great, so once you have these units placed, we're going to be fighting the boss that came out early on, and you can see on the right side of the screen, he's just starting to come down the lane. So I'm going to throw an upgrade into Gohan, because Gohan's going to deal the most damage for me to this boss before he goes down the lane into our base. So Gohan generally eliminates this boss pretty quickly, as you can see. Android 21 is able to do some chip damage as well. And all the other units are basically just dealing with mobs at this time. Again, another crystal, so whenever you can find a second, quickly go deactivate that. So my next priority, you can see our speed cart's already at 6 out of 7, which is perfect. You want to start leveling up all our units by at least 1 now. So you want to get everyone to at least 1 upgrade, because the enemies are going to start to get a little bit tankier, so we're going to want to just power up our guys a little bit. And now that our speed cart's fully maxed out, our remaining waves, we're going to get a nice chunk of money to start really upgrading our guys. So as you can see here, I'm just upgrading my Android 21s and my Gohan all pretty much at the same pace. You just let the wave run its course, save up whatever money you can, and try to level them up. You'll notice that I generally stop leveling them around level 4 to 5, and I'll give an explanation on that in a second here. So I'm pretty sure you can actually just keep them at 4 out of 9, but I just do 5 out of 9 because it gives them their AoE ability. Deal with another crystal here. And you'll see that I keep Gohan at 4, and I also put a light down. So I put a light down in the bottom right corner because he's going to start summoning our allies that come out of the base. They do a lot of damage, they get rid of enemies pretty quickly, which is nice, and we don't really need a whole lot of investment into him for that to happen. So I just want to place one down, and I'm not even going to bother upgrading him. Okay, so we're on to the last wave now. The boss has been spawned. This wave is quite long, so like I said, you want to have a lot of your money and your units built up before you hit wave 15 here. So what I'm going to do now, as you can see, is upgrade my Android 21s to upgrade 5. And I'm going to sell my speed cart because there's no point in having him anymore. And we're just going to sit on this pool of money. And the reason for that is because once all the enemies are taken care of and we're left with the boss can spawn from any different lane. So we don't actually know which lane he's coming from yet unless I went looking for him. But it doesn't really matter right now because I've got a lot of enemies to deal with. So once the enemies are cleared out, the reason why I'm going to sit on a stockpile of money is because my Gohan's currently at the top. If the boss happens to come from the bottom, I have enough money where I can sell my Gohan, replace him, and pretty much fully upgrade him wherever I need him to be to take care of the boss. And I might even have a little extra money to put down Time King as well to help slow the boss down. So as you can see, that upgrade to level 5 for the Android 21s is doing a lot of work. Pretty much this stage has got those 4 quadrants. Light's kind of doing some good chip damage on enemies in the bottom right corner of the screen, and then we've got Android 21 basically doing AoE damage on the remaining quadrants of the square, and then Gohan's just finishing up the crowd of enemies in the top as well. And then once all the enemies are dealt with, like I said, we look for the boss. We can sell Gohan, reposition, have enough money to re-upgrade him so he can deal with the boss quickly. And the reason why Gohan and Android 21 shine in this event is because they just coordinate really well together. They're both hybrid characters, so they can attack ground and air enemies. They do great damage. Granted, like I said, you have to have quite a developed team to be able to do this. As you can see, I have 3 miracle traits on my characters, so that really helps. But then again, I'm just using Gohan really. And then Android 21, which has Exploder trait. And Speed Card. I'm really only using 3 to 4 units to do this. And really, it's all you can kind of get away with because of the amount of money you get and how quickly the waves run. So, you can see now that we're starting to near the end of the wave. Enemies are starting to thin out. We're dealing with the last of them here. And then we'll see where the boss is coming from. Sorry, there's no music either. I have the music turned on. I don't think they have music on these stages. Maybe I have an option turned off or something. Okay, so the boss is coming from the bottom right. So I just sold my Gohan, repositioned him somewhere that was a little bit closer to make this go by a bit quicker. I fully upgraded him, and I sold off units that were either out of range or I didn't need anymore. And I'm just going to throw down a Time King beside Gohan to slow down the boss. And pretty much Gohan and Android 21 are now just going to do work on the boss until he is eliminated. Alright guys, so that's how I complete solo Mayhem runs. Hopefully this walkthrough guide helped you out. If you enjoyed this content, please leave a like. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if there's any other content you'd like to see from me, be sure to subscribe for more. Have a happy holidays, guys. See you later.